Scheming Sturgeon giving a speech calling for civility and respect in politics is a bit like Gary Lineker lecturing on the importance of BBC impartiality. Now that she's a disgraced former First Minister who drove her nation into the ground while doing all she could to make relations between Scots and the English as difficult as possible, she intends to lecture politicians and the public about our increasingly toxic political discourse and what she hopes will become a disunited kingdom. You truly couldn't make this up. But in the increasingly delusional world of Queen Nick, that's exactly what happened while making her return to the Scottish Parliament for the first time in 5 months following her arrest. This was part of the bizarre and self-serving 8-minute address.
I want to conclude, Presiding Officer, with a few words, not so much on what we do here, but on how we do it. Before I do, let me say that I accept my share of responsibility for the state of our political discourse. If anything, though, that makes me more determined to play a part in trying to change it. To say that my perspective on politics has altered would be something of an understatement. Certain things look different, perhaps a bit clearer, in fact, from here than from the trenches of the political front line.
Sturgeon likes to think of her future as some sort of Scottish Michelle Obama, being paid millions to spread woke mumbo-jumbo far and wide. But while the mainstream media and political establishment might deify her, we must remember the truth about Sturgeon's legacy. This was the woman who proudly boasted of detesting Tories while at home with her pals at the British Bashing Corporation. She blamed poor English folk for ruining her country's utterly insane and irresponsible zero-COVID policy. She gaslit biological women, campaigning for the rights of the woman, all while allowing a male rapist called Adam Graham to reside in an all-female prison. And she talked about the democratically elected Prime Minister of the UK, Boris Johnson, like a piece of dirt on her bright blue stilettos, even though he was nothing but polite and charming towards her at all time. In fact, I am tonight prepared to declare that Sturgeon is the most divisive and negative political figure in modern British history.
I detest the Tories and everything they stand for. Just as they're transphobic, you will also find that they're deeply misogynist, often homophobic, possibly some of them racist as well.
You're a fascist, you are a racist, and the south side of Glasgow will reject.
Sense of corruption at the heart of the Westminster system, and that has to be rooted out. That Boris Johnson has so clearly lost the confidence of the UK. It is just, I think, an unsustainable proposition. I detest the Tories and everything they stand for.
So Scheming Sturgeon can spare us the lectures about political civility, OK? She must be judged on her time in power and the sorry state she's left Scotland, which will end up being much better without her.